Alright, so we're checking out the Tamron 17 to 70 millimeter F2.8 for the Sony APS-C bodies. Now I picked this up because I have a client shoot. I need a little bit more range, and whoever put this in the box did a great job. I was struggling my ass off, but yeah, the zoom range is really gonna help, but it's definitely a lot bigger than my current Sigma 30 millimeter. Yeah, looks beautiful right out the box, has some good weight to it. Definitely feels just like the Sigma lens in terms of finish and quality. Comes with a nice lens hood too. Glass looks very, very nice and polished. Zoom ring, very smooth, and it has some resistance to it, so it's not too slippery. And then right under that you have the manual focus ring, which I don't really use as a video shooter, but that glass is very nice. Again, it's big. It's a lot bigger than the 30 millimeter prime that I have, but it's really well built. Alright, so this is the Sony A6400 we're working with the 30 millimeter prime. It's such a nice fit, but no lens stabilization plus the lack of zoom really limits me. So let's see how this Tamron looks on here. This got switched over. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this looks pretty nice. It's definitely a lot heavier though, but super well built. And we got that manual focus, and then the zoom is super smooth. Glass is clean. Being able to go down to F2.8 is really going to be helpful for when I have a little less light to work with. But when there's a lot of light, definitely need this ND filter here. I picked this one up from Amazon, just a KNF. So this one has 5 stops going from ND2 to 32. This is the same one I have on the Sigma 30 millimeter, and I have no issues with it. I love this thing. Now what's cool about this is that it has the hard stops at the low and top end of the filter, which prevents over adjusting it. So it's really great for on the fly adjustments. All right, there we go. Look at that, super clean. Beautiful. Now I was debating whether to get an 82 millimeter for when I eventually upgrade to a full frame, but I just decided to pick up this one. It was half the price, and you know, I feel like it'll just stay on the lens itself. So all right, with that being out of the way, let's take a look at the gimbal. So DJI RS3 mini. I know the RS4 is out, but that thing is like almost double the price, and for what I'm using it for, RS3 is fine. I bought this thing twice before and I returned it because I love the idea of it, just didn't have a use for it. Just some paperwork, file that to the side. Shout out Flossie. Don't know what's in here, just air. All right, we got some goodies in here. Nothing else in there. Let's file that to the side. All right, RS3 mini. It's clean, very nice gimbal, and not super big at all. The one I had before this was the Zhiyun Crane M3, which was very similar size. So here we've got the base plate for the camera. We've got the tripod mount here, and then some cables and screws and other accessories. So handy tripod. We got some delicacies here, so save that for later. Then we got the base plate. I was a bit confused at this at first, so I found the 2 screws. There's 2 of them, one with the thumb screw and then one where doesn't have the thumb screw, so it's really the same, whatever you prefer to use. And I know there's a way to attach an Arc Swiss plate to make it universal with any tripods that you have, but that's something to look into down the road. Nice little tripod here. Let's get that set up. The base plate just clicks on pretty quickly, so it's just a matter of securing it to the camera, which admittedly took a bit of research. I had to pull out the manual, unfortunately, but finally got it on there. Alright, now with that, I did realize that the client shoot was going to be vertical because they're going to be using it for reels. So took off that bottom plate and attached it on the vertical position, which was relatively pretty easy. At this point I started rebalancing it. Had no idea what I was doing. Felt like I knew how to do it from before, but turns out it wasn't as straightforward. So took a couple tries here, but you can see me goofing around with this thing. Finally got it balanced at the end. So there you have it, DJI RS3 Mini with the Tamron 70-70mm on an A6400. Can't wait to use this thing. We'll let you guys know how it turns out. Stay tuned.